Yeah, Shiva is going to do the session on society today. Basically, to introduce Shiva, he is very enthusiastic, especially in teaching, not just kids. I mean, teaching, anyone for that matter, anyone who is, enthusiastic in learning about themselves and learning to know more. And that's what he's been doing. He's facilitated several workshops like this earlier for AICTE affiliated engineering colleges as faculty development programs. He has had a degree and master's in Aziz Premji University. So that's basically about his career, and he has started off his job with Air Force as an engineer there, but then because of his passion to do in education, so he did his masters and then dived into. I mean, he left his job as an Air Force technical engineer, and then did got into education, educating people rather. So, yeah, that's about Shiva. I won't take much time. Just a brief introduction about him, and you will anyway get to know him more through his sharing and sharing his knowledge and experience. So, yeah, over to you, Shiva.
So thank you very much, Girgaru. So good evening, everyone. Welcome to day 5. Hope all the 4 days you are able to engage and reflect on many aspects of your life. So first 5 to 10 minutes, I will try to recap what we discussed till now, and I will take any questions you have. So meanwhile, let me, everyone, I request, please try to avoid any multitasking or that. Try to be fully participate in the session. So let's start with this checking in. So how are you feeling now? Say one word. How are you feeling now? I request everyone to share in the chat box. Okay, Devika is happy, sleepy. Ram ji, yes, it happens evening. Thanks for sharing that. Others, please, everyone, request you to participate. Okay, Girdhar ji, happy. Others. Okay. Meanwhile, I request everyone to grab pen and paper. So we will use pen and paper a lot. So thirsty, Rajaji. So please have some drink, some water. Karun Kumarji, clear. Okay, good. I'm waiting for some new to learn. Okay. Interesting. Others, you are there or not there behind that black screen. So please share your feeling. How you are feeling now. Okay. So no problem, Jayashree ji. Others, waiting for others to share. How are you feeling now? Okay. Happy. So, okay. Good. So it's a 8-day Jivana Vidya workshop. So the proposals, first we started with that. Whatever we are doing, why we are doing, what is our basic aspiration? So we discussed that our basic aspiration is to be happy and prosperous. And it's very important to be happiness. Be means we want to be that state always. It's not to get happiness. Right? What's happening? lack of knowledge, lack of this perspective, we are busy in getting happiness. Hence, we getting tired in the journey. So to be happiness, what is required? Then we discuss that first we need to live. Then we need to live happily. Third point, we need to ensure its continuity, that happiness, that harmony in life. So hence, we need to understand ourselves first to understand this basic aspiration. Then Sumanji discussed with body and self. Body needs are different, self needs are different, but both are in coexistence. Material is required, what we can purchase by money and so on and so forth, for to take care of body. The clarity, knowledge, and the feeling is required to take care of our self needs. What is the self need? To be happy and to feel prosperous. Both are important. So then we discussed about, okay, we know everyone, we all well qualified and that. But where is the problem? We want to be happy, but we are not able to live happily. Life is throwing many challenges and we need to face that. Second thing, we think that we get happiness by good promotion or having family life, children settlement, whatever that. But however, like we think that by having the promotion, getting more money, we'll be happy, but we got the promotion, but not happy. We think that if I have own house, I will be more happy. We got the house, but not happy. So many times you want to get something to be happy. Now you got that, we are not happy. Everyone can reflect this on your life. Why? So that's been explored in the first 2 days. What is they said is that we need to ask that what is the source of our happiness? Material is source of our comfort, our pleasure, our excitement. But it's not the source of happiness, which we require continuously. So this is what we discussed in depth. Then what is the source? We asked that relationships is the source of the happiness. But right now, everyone, like we are in relationships. So are we, like, tell me in your life, everyone please participate, sharing it. If at all there are few problems, few issues in your life, in that few more problems, is it coming because there is lack of physical facilities or money, or due to lack of fulfillment in relationships? Which one is the major issue? Option 1, due to lack of material. Option 2, due to lack of fulfillment in relationships. Option 1 or 2 in your life? More problems. Okay. Okay, option 2. I request everyone to participate. Okay. So ज्यादातर प्रॉब्लम्स संबंध में वो फुलफिलमेंट का कमी से आ रहे हैं. Okay. Okay. Okay, this alchemy, I think we can rename, sir, like said that like fulfillment in relationships, but because, okay, the reason is again fulfillment in physical facilities. Okay. So most of the people said this 2. Okay. Now, when we don't have a relationship, we thought that having into relationship, we will be more happy. Now, like few relationships are given, parents, siblings. These are the given relationships. We not have a choice, we given. But there is certain things we choice, our life partner, our children, your friends, your colleagues in the office. That's your choice. If you see all in these relationships, we thought that relationship is very important. Yes, it's very important. But why it is the source of the problem? Then last 2 days, Hariji is discussed in depth. Our misunderstanding, our misperception is leading most of the times problems in relationships. Like an analogy, When we see a rope in darkness, when we touch a rope, if we get so much fear and we frighten about that, what might be the reason? It's our assumption that it may be a snake, isn't it? Whenever we assume, not in line with our assumption is not in line with the reality, whenever we assume wrongly, that create harmful emotion that leads to our happiness, unhappiness, we react. Now in relationships, why we are reacting? We want to live happily, with lovingly, so much with care and concern. And many we are like doing all our work for our relatives only, who we feel our people. But why we are not experiencing that fulfillment? Then last 2 days, Hariji discussed what is the purpose of the relationship. If you see in nature, if you see the relationship between a soil and the tree, soil, if you see that, soil gives minerals for the tree to become a plant, to become tree, water, minerals, whatever it takes from soil. But if you see that tree, when it becomes like a big tree, or when it's grown, it helps that soil to become more fertile. It becomes that soil be strong, that roots of the tree hold that soil, stop soil erosion. You see the relationship between these two entities, it is not give and take. Because of the soil, the tree is enriched, and because of the tree, soil is enriched. It's a mutually enriching process. The word sambandh in Hindi, संपूर्णता के अर्थ पे जो बंध है, that bonding is there in the, with the meaning is that to be the fulfillment, that completeness. Now ask our relationships, any relationship we have, why we are not able to experience this fulfillment? Why this each interaction is not that both the parties are growing much better than before? So then Hariji introduced, these are the 9 feelings that is foundational in any human relationships. And there's a few feelings discussed in depth, few feelings we just introduced. So the crux is that when this feeling, when there is understanding, that feeling will be in me. Then I share that feeling. When you can give something to the other, when you have and you don't have, you should have it to give to someone. To express that feeling to other, you need to have that feeling inside you. That is the point last 2 days Hariji is trying to say. Once you have that feeling, then you can express it. Right now, we all are busy in getting the feeling from the other. And other is also like reading the same syllabus. So this is what the crux of what we discussed in last 4 days. Any questions or anything which is not clear, you can ask. From the last 4 days, do you have any questions or anything you are not clear, any concept or any doubt? Ramji, go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
So please be loud.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. The thing is, when I was talking about guidance yesterday, like say when Ariji was also saying we get only guidance from people who we have a deeper connection, a deeper relationship. But these days, what happens is although I have relatives, I see them probably once in a while, like in a function or something. Like when I say, to give you an example, I don't want to get married, and they force you, oh, you got to get married because who will look after you, and all these guidance are kind of forced upon. So how do you kind of react to it? See, if I don't follow that guidance and they get to know that I'm not getting married or something, then there will be a call, or they will be like, they'll send someone when some other relative is coming, and like they'll say, oh, push him to do this, like, push him to, have him married and all that stuff.
Yes.
So how would you kind of, deal in that sort of situation?
So wait for a few minutes. I will address this question. The content will address your question, Ramji. So if it is not addressing, please again ask me. So wait for next 15-20 minutes. It will address your question.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? From the 4 days, the content discussed.
Sir, I have one concern. Like, I don't know whether it's a question or not. But till now, I don't have any solution. This is regarding anger management at all. Some situations, they are not in our control. For example, most of us has faced some real world situations regarding this. One of them was these days, for example, if you are when you are working from the past around 4 or 5 years, so many insurance companies will call to ask loans and all these things, sir. Okay, actually we don't need. But how many times we are answering those calls, or after like certain time, we'll feel like bursting at them. But if it is first or second or third, we'll explain. I don't need. But most of the times, what happens, sir, when we are in serious work, we'll get a call. You can just think of that situation. I feel like slapping them if they are in front of me. So I know. I mean, we know the process. We don't get anger. That is like, if you think from their perspective, that is a job. But if you see from our side, they're disturbing us like anything. So this is like, I have no solution for this. I'm only managing it.
No, sir, it's very easy in the theory, but very difficult to practice.
Yeah.
But let us see the possibility of the solution.
Yeah, yes.
But so once we see the path, then we can walk on the path.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first question, sir, is other is disturbing you, or you are getting disturbed by the other?
Okay, that is disturbing you, or we are getting disturbed with us. Sir, for example,
what is the reality?
Sir, actually, okay. Before coming to that point, I'll just share one thing. When the session is going on, I got a call from incidents.
Okay.
So, and it happened the same thing. I bursted at them actually.
Okay. So now let's take this incident, sir.
Yes, sir. So when I'm so serious at this session, of course they don't know that.
No, they don't know. But who asked you to lift that call?
Actually, I'm listening to the session on my mobile only, so I don't have an option.
No. But you have the option to cut the call, na?
Yes, sir. But it's like they call again, sir.
No.
If you pick up and if you say I don't need, then they don't call me. But after maybe 5 days or 6 days, some other person will call.
So the question is that, sir, if you are believing that other is reason for my angry, then there is no solution. But you see this reality that it's me who is getting disturbed by the other, then there is a possibility. For example, you are right now talking to me.
Yes, sir.
There are some sounds around you?
No, not majorly. A small, very.
Some sounds are there. Na? Fan is sound, sound, and some outside some voices you are hearing as that.
Yeah, tiny. Yes,
but where is that you are paying attention?
Session only, obviously.
In the session. Listen carefully, this everyone. Whatever we feel it is important to me, we pay attention to that.
Of course, sir. Yeah.
It doesn't mean that the sounds are not there.
They are there.
But my attention is to it.
Yes.
If you believe or if you start understanding my happiness is important for me, my calmness, my feeling is important to me, then whatever it is not helping for your calm mind, you won't do it. Right now, We started giving value to every other thing. We are not giving priority to this person. It's you. Okay. Now, like if you don't give value to this class, you start listening to all other voices. Okay, but you want to listen this class. You think it is important to your life. So you start paying attention to. You planned your time or whatever that.
Yes, sir.
Whatever when we start valuing things, sir, naturally other things will drop.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. Now, when you are losing your temper, when you are getting angry, when you are shouting on the other, who is suffering?
Actually, only that 10 seconds I suffered, but later it's gone. Just
No, that 10 seconds
because
suffered or not?
suffered, but the actual thing is I didn't suffer take it to that level. They should know that
No,
people like me
they are secondary. We will go to consequences later.
okay.
But are you able to see that you are hurting yourself with that reaction?
So only for 10 seconds, sir.
No, if 10 seconds torture is okay, you go ahead.
The only
But if you value that
Mm.
my happiness and its continuity is very important, then there is a proposal in Jeevan Vidya.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But if you are habituated to these small tortures by self-help tortures, please go ahead. The second thing,
Mm.
leave that insurance guy. What about the life partner? What about your parents? What about your close friends? What about someone that matters to you, you are working with?
Yes, sir. Mm.
So what are the consequences you are paying? You need to think about it. The moment you start thinking, then this whatever Hariji last 2 days discussed, the feeling of trust. Am I suspecting their intent or am I seeing the competence is the issue? Feeling of respect, feeling of care and guidance, all these things help you to calm. Think about it. But primary thing is that, are we really like pakka kiya hai kya? Are we really close this issue? My happiness is very important in this is priority. First ask this question.
That's the highest priority, sir. Our happiness.
So then the later things we will dot the connects. Okay. Okay. So like there are few questions might be there. It will be like addressed over a period of time. Let me go to the topic. So I request everyone to take your pen and paper. So yesterday, Hariji discussed about the concept of gratitude. Let's do a small activity. Okay. So I request to draw a table, a big table in a notebook. So divide into two parts. In the first part, please write what all the things you received from the nature. Okay. What all the things you received from the nature, please write. So the Prakriti से आपने क्या-क्या चीज पाया है? From environment, what all the things?
On which side, sir? Left or right?
Left side. Left side you start.
Okay.
The first question is, what all the things you think you received from the mother nature? For examples, air, water, so food, like all the stuff, like whatever you think. Once you written, please in chat box just say yes. Try to write the full list. Request everyone to do this activity. It's a really eye opener. Okay, thank you, Karnakar Reddy sir. What all the things you think you received from Mother Nature or Earth and environment. Okay, then write what all the things you received from the society, from the larger society. Maybe roads and education, whatever you think. In your life, what all the things you think you received. From society, what all the things you think you received from the society and your community. Okay, next. What all the things you think you received from your family. What all the things you think you received, you got benefited from your family, immediate or extended. No, need not to write here in that. You just write in your notebook. What all the things you think you received from your family, from childhood onwards, at every stage of your life. Like they given birth, then they brought up you, and so on and so forth. So hope everyone is written. I request everyone to respond. Have you written all the things? At minimum, what you got from your nature, society, and
Yes,
the
sir.
family.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay. Now let's come to the right side of the table. What all the things you receive, you given to the mother nature? What all the things you contributed to? You personally, what you did it? Like I'm giving few examples, like planting trees or like whatever products, producing something in eco-friendly, whatever that. What all the things you contributed to the nature?
Sir, whether positive things or negative things, sir?
No, no. What you positively contributed to the nature?
Okay.
So right side box we are writing now. First question is that what all the things you contributed to the nature? The second question, what all the things you contributed to the society? Please write, everyone. And third question, what all the things you contributed to your family? So what all the things you contributed to nature, society, and your family? Okay. Once you are done, just look at that table, right side and left side. What it is saying to you, to your own, your table, whatever you written, what is that it is saying to you about yourself? Anyone can unmute and share. What it is telling to you?
Not taking, we are something we giving to the nature, society, family.
So madam is saying you are taking more from nature, to that we are giving less. Is it what you mean, madam? Ritvika madam, is that what you're saying? Okay.
Whatever we take to the nature and family and society, we are giving less.
Okay.
Try to giving to the more to the society and family and the nature.
Okay. Okay. Nice. So many people are saying in that. So Suparna madam, what does it mean, madam? Like, so when you're saying you mean, like, thoda elaborate kariye, like.
It's the same, sir. Like we are taking more and we are not giving much back. So ले रहे उतना दे नहीं रहे.
Okay. Okay.
So we are selfish, mean.
No, we don't label it, but we are able to see this reality in our own life.
Yes, definitely.
At least we are receiving more.
Yes.
Okay. So it is very important to see this reality that there are many systems are contributing for our life. And many people contributed to our life. This feeling really is important to recognize this reality and experience that feeling. Is a gratitude, krutagnata bhav. It is foundational for human life. If this feeling, we practice at least 5 minutes a day, that will open up the door in life for many things. So this takes us to ask some fundamental questions at the level of society. So the first proposal in the society is that if you see that the goal, as a human goal for each one of us, what is our goal? As a level of individual, at the family and the society, if you see that, we need to live happily. For that, everyone, that clarity is required in life. That sadbhav, that feeling, right? Feeling is important for everyone, for you, for your family members, or everyone. But it comes to the family, not only understanding, we need to feel prosperity. As a family, we need to feel that I have more than required. The samruddhi ka bhav. When it comes to the society, the abhaya, like that fearlessness is very important. That assurance that it is in order. In nature, that sahastitva, that coexistence is important. Please let me know, is all the 4 things are important? As in necessary, or anything we can skip? So how many things are important? Please respond. I request everyone to share. Is all the 4 are important, or anything we can give the discount?
No, sir. All are important.
All are important. Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So if you think all are important, the next question comes that, are we working for all the 4 in our family or even in the society? So why? So this takes us to the another very important proposal, is that to understand the society and coexistence in the society. What does it mean as a collective, as a society? harmony, like when we will be live in harmony without fear. Let us think, let us do an exercise, let us think about it. It is a very, yes, try to contribute much back to society, but where to contribute? Na, Ramji, yes, good that you volunteer that. Now let us ask this question. When you say society, what are the aspects of society like is important? We all know some generic sense, but now let's come back to the question. I request everyone to do this thinking exercise. Okay, everyone take your pen and paper. I'm giving an activity. So there is an island. There is an island, and we say dweep, na? There is a dweep. So there is no way to reach that dweep. Okay, there is a family in that island, 10-member family, 10 members. They live in nearby houses. All the people are live together. To live a happy and comfortable life, what all the things this family required? Just write in your notebook. Just think and write. There is no way, they don't have any connection with the outside world. No one can reach. Whatever they have to required, they need to produce by themselves. They need to do everything by themselves. For this family to live a happy and comfortable life, what all the things are required? Just write in your notebook. Just is a thinking exercise. Let's do think. No, don't write in the chat box. Write in your notebook. Then I'll ask you to share in the chat box. First, write in your notebook. This family to live a comfortable life, happy life, 10 members, all ages are there. Just think about it, speculation. What all the things they need to, there is no connection with the outside world. Everything they need to do by themselves. So what all the things they need to do? Okay, good. Someone shared it, but please write this. Now I am adding another layer. So from the another flight, they are taken one helicopter. The government thought that another 9 families have come in that area. Another 90 people, each family again 10 people they have. Total in that island, there are 10 families. So this 10 families to live a happy life, what all the things required? Now you share in the chat box, whatever you think for this 10 families to live together as a happy and prosperous life, what all the things they require? Okay, they need to share. What they need to share? Okay. Okay, Tejasvi, madam, there isn't the right understanding, right feel is right. Okay. Mutual understanding is required. Okay.
So it is irrespective of number of people, but if they have mutual trust, then
okay, mutual trust is like, okay. That is
enough.
cooperation is required. Okay. They need to respect each other. Okay. They need food is required. Entertainment is required. Roads are required. Thank you, Ji. So clothes are required.
Important. Education and
education is
hospitality.
required. Okay.
Hospitality.
Hospital is required. Okay. School is required, yes. They need to produce the food, yes.
In more generic sense, they need to share the resources. How many families there are there in island? The resources are same.
10 families. Now 100 people, 10 families.
The available resources are same, right? The water, food, they need to share.
Yes, very, very interesting point, sir. You were saying that, like, whatever they do, these 10 families only have to do. Everything cannot do everything, na? Everyone.
Yeah.
So they need to share the resources, whatever they have.
Yes.
Interesting point. Okay. Coexistence with nature, Nagaraj-ji. Okay. What else? Just think about it. What else is required? Without that, they cannot live comfortable life. Yes, clothing is required. Roads are important. Ramji, internet is very important. Okay. Any? Okay. They they have to live in harmony. For that, what is required, Girdharji?
The right understanding.
Right
Gratitude.
Okay. So now come to our society. Okay, very good. Now let's come back to your society where you are living. For you and your family, if we all are required in the harmony life, living harmony safely, what are the dimensions we require in our society? The proposal from Jeevan Vidya is there are 5 dimensions is foundational for any society to live in harmony. These 5 dimensions, if they are not working properly, we cannot ensure that harmony in that society. If it is 100 people or the society like whatever the state you are living, that 8 crores or 4 crores of population or the 130 crores as a country, whatever you think the society is a larger entity or your own district, these 5 dimensions are very, very important for us to understand. Siksha, Sanskar. Siksha is education, Sanskar is the practice element. Understanding and practice, both. We'll explain both. What does it mean? Health and Sanyam. Swasth and Sanyam part. We'll elaborate it. Production and work. Utpadan or Karya. Many people said, they need to produce the food, clothes, that. For that, people need to work. Nyay, Suraksha. Many people said there is a mutual understanding is important. Cooperation is important. Many people said that good relationships are important. So Nyay among the people that, and they need to take care of that island, na? Like we also need to take care of our nature, na? Where we are dependent on. Suraksha. So tomorrow, and the facilitator will unpack that more. And Vinimay, exchange. So Karnaka sir said that, look, everyone cannot produce everything. So few people who are good at something, we need to exchange and we need to storage because we don't know what we cannot predict for the future. These 5 dimensions are understanding it, asking sincerely as a human, what is my role? What I am doing? Everyone is doing something, some work. Few people may be housewife, or you might be working something to earn the money. The question we need to ask is that, what is the dimension I am contributing so that larger harmony in society is stay there? That's the meaning of our job. So let's see, what is the Siksha Sanskar mean? I request everyone to pay attention. It's very interesting point. It's not that we don't know, but I'm just drawing your attention to this part of the reality. So what is that we do from childhood onwards? How we learn? We learn first by imitating. Then we imitate, but we also have our own thoughts. Like, na? So we follow the other. Like how we learn language, how we learn walking or eating food, whatever that. After some time we follow. Say anukaran or anusaran. Then we when we develop our language, our own thinking, we take the instruction from the other. Do this, don't do this, stand on the line, this is, do like this. We take instruction from the elders. From there, like we travel to, it's not only taking from others, I am taking instruction from myself. I am doing something because I feel it is important. I understood it is need to be done. For example, take a brushing example, which in Janavija we explain more, many faculty. Brushing, when children, first they look at you. First you hold their hand. You will make them do it. Then you ensure that they get this habit. Then slowly, when we become elders, we understand its importance, why it is to be done. That's why we don't skip the brushing. That's the state that we understand why it is important, and it is becoming part of us. We are doing it. No one is externally controlling us. We are doing it with clarity. In life, we need to understand every aspect of life in that way. That's why the Siksha Sanskar, the entire process is very important. Now the children, next generation, to whom they are seeing it? To us only. In our family, other person is looking at us only. So who is this person who is imitating and following? We are telling instructions, do this, don't do this. But are we living that life, what we are telling to others? So are we in this self-discipline or swatantra se jee rahe kya? That's why since day one, and even Sumanji Hariji is telling, this workshop is for you, for us to understand what is right and live, not for others. When I live that life, naturally people around me can see and imitate and follow, and I can explain to the other as a proposal. If I am not in that road, I never seen that road, but I want to guide the other person. Can I help that other person? May not be, na? So the Siksha Sanskar is that one is me living that life. Second is me practicing. I understand and practice that life, both. Siksha means understanding. Sanskar is a practicing of that understanding, skills part. Both are important. This is what we do in the name of education. Schools, colleges, parents, this is what we do. But if this process is not done well, we go to another process. Rather than understanding, living in Swatantra life, we live the Paratantra. The tendency to do the wrong thing. The tendency of the dominating the other person. Then all the chain of reactions, Droh, Vidroh, Sangra, Yudh, the struggle and war. From house to larger society. Where are we now? In the name of education, are we first living स्वतंत्रता से हम जी रहे हैं क्या? हम दूसरा आदमी को स्वतंत्रता जीने के लिए help हो रहा है क्या? So this dimension is foundational for the society to live in harmony. Siksha Sanskar, it's very, very important. That's why, as a parent, as a brother, as a boss, am I living that life is central in helping the other person. Hence the responsibility of parents and teachers to contributing to this dimension of the society, Siksha Sanskar of the community. The second dimension is health, the body part. Swasth means health. Sanyam means the responsibility for the health. Right now, health becomes synonymous to the treatment. इलाज का है ना इक्वल शब्द हो गया स्वास्थ्य मतलब. नो, स्वास्थ्य मतलब उसमें 8 अंग है.
Sorry
what
to
we
disturb you,
take,
sir. Sorry, can you
intake.
explain in English? I don't know
Okay,
Hindi, sir.
okay. No, I'm repeating in both the languages. So there is sanyam. So there are few words. There is no meaning, Ramji. There is no word in English. You need to take it like that. But meaning, I'm communicating it. Catch the meaning. The sanyam means there's no word equivalent word in English, but it's a responsibility for your health, to taking care of your body, nurturing, protection of your body. Right now, we do many things, but now we need to ask as a society, as a family, are you feeling the responsibility to take care of this body? Then what involves in health? There are 8 parts. One is intake, what we take inside, food, water, air, sunlight. Are we taking that? The daily routine, because our body is the greatest instrument. Any instrument you need to take care of well. Are we taking care of our body? The way we sit, the way we stand, the way what time you get up, what time you excrete, what time you sleep, the daily routine part. And labor and exercise. Human body is any instrument you don't use it, it becomes useless. After that, you cannot use. This human body, you need to use it to function it well. Right now, we thought that keeping body idle is the happiness. Hence, falling sick again and again and worrying about it. The physical effort, at least if you're a white collar job, at least do the exercise. Whatever the exercise form, yoga, Zumba, whatever that you like it, any gym or anything. The third part, balancing internal organs of the body and balancing the breath of the body. That's where many practices comes. The pranayam, like kind of practices, breathing exercises. The fourth one is the medicine and treatment, upachar and chikitsa. There are some medicines in our kitchen. There are medicines in our pharmacy. The final thing is treatment, that where you go to a doctor, an expert doctor or someone helps you to treat that health issue. Unfortunately, lack of this understanding, straight away we are starting. If anything comes, treatment, direct doctor. Both are very important as an individual, as a family, as a society. This wing is very important. Swasth and Sanyam. The third part is the production and work. The work, the kari, what we do is the nature, is the work. And the production, whatever we require to take care of our body and society facilities. Many people said road, internet, whatever things we need to produce, product it. But very important to understand what to produce, how much produce in an eco-friendly manner without destroying this climate. Many people said that, look, harmony is important among those 10 families. Now we have few crores of the families in our community. So the harmony, the justice is important. Nyay among the people. First, the family need to be, justice is there in the family, then society. So hence all the feelings, what we discussed till now is very important as a society. The fifth dimension, which is very important dimension, is the exchange and storage. That we share that physical facility. Everyone cannot produce the food. Everyone cannot teach their children. So whatever way we need to exchange what we have in different forms. And different things different people produce. And one person may be working on technology, one person may be generating food, one person may be food processing. That exchange in the society is very important. The money is that for that thing only. Exchange is a means to exchange. And storage, which is very important for the safety of the tomorrow, for the unexpected things. So this is the 5 dimensions which are very important. I request you, just close your eyes and ask yourself, whatever the job you are doing, in which dimension you are contributing. As a human, like many things we got from the society, but your expression of gratitude is your job. You become expert in something and giving to the society back. That's the job exactly mean. Work, you are working on something, some gift you have to give back to the society in some or the other dimension. Job is an opportunity to give it back, that work, to do that work. And we are taking money also. Very important to ask this question with sincerity. What is my contribution to the society I am living in? Which dimension I am contributing it? So any questions or anything which is not clear, you can ask. Anything.
Sir,
Sir,
you can hear, sir?
Jyoti ji, go ahead.
Yes. Friends, I have been attending for the past 4 days and it is really enriching. First of all, I'm joining from Bangalore.
Okay, Jyoti ji.
First of all, I would like to tell you about my profile. I'm going to be 60. So I mainly waited in our session. We were asked which is the interesting part. So I had mentioned giving back to society. The group, you would have found that I had given the response that I am joining this session mainly to understand the part of giving back to society. I think your presentation is excellent, sir. It's really good, and I thank Jeevan Vidya.
Thank you. So, any question, anything is not clear or anything you want?
No. I just wanted to say that I'm in this path.
Yes.
I'm in this path of giving back to the society, and this tiny exercise which we did was excellent. Yes. I realized we have given nothing to the world.
Yes.
That's very humbling. Yes. So my only thing is that when we start giving back to the society, I have come from very humble beginnings and many people have helped me in my life. So we should never forget that, and gratitude, what you said, in every day we have to remember that. And I thank my mother for giving me beautiful values to respect every individual for that. So the thing is, all I want to say is, when we are giving back to society and we decide, I gave up my job 10 years back. Now I'm trying, I would like to use the word trying, to give back in terms of education to underprivileged children. So that's what I'm doing.
Yes.
My thing is, we should not get into this feeling that when we are giving back to the society, it is our duty. It is not like, we should not get into this feeling, oh, I'm doing something great. That is the only thing I wanted to tell in this sessions.
Nice. In your job also, it's not like duty also, madam. It has something higher than that. It is that it's my expression of the contribution.
Yeah.
Many way I'm getting contributed. Na? The food I am eating in my plate is not produced by me. And the clothes I am wearing is not produced by me. It's some of the other person is contributing it. So I'm not paying, I'm paying it, but it is not only equation. Now come back to it. To contribute, first we need to understand what is the dimensions in society and what does it really mean in each dimension, how it works. So in the deeper workshops, we'll explore more, but I'm introducing it. So any questions, others? Thank you, Jyoti madam.
Sir, can I say?
Devika ji, go ahead.
So sometimes what happens, as you said, production work, utpadan basically. So like be it any job, you are hired because you have some skills and you are contributing to the organization in some way or the other through your education, through the skills you have. But sometimes what happens is you do not get the right opportunity in the organization, and sometimes you are idle, like you do not get the right opportunity. In that case, what do? I have in my exploration path, I have changed jobs several times, but I am very happy with the current profile that I am working in. But sometimes what happens is I don't want to get into a point of stagnation. But is it very hard to be just growing every time, or should we just be patient that the right opportunity will come?
So, madam, the two things are important. One is the form of the work. Second is that essence of the work. So right now, the organization opportunities are that the form, like what are the possibilities to work. Second, your ability to do the work. The two parts. One is my ability to do that work. Second is my opportunity to do the work. So in my experience, madam, I can say that if you are clear and if you are able, you have that ability and you have that expertise of that work, opportunities you explore, madam. Opportunity is not someone gives to you. If it's a formal structure, you get the opportunity, you do it, or you may explore some other structure, some other opportunity. The question comes is that who is deciding to be in that job? Who decided to do that job or that place? Is it me or someone? If me is decided that, then what is my understanding of that? Why I'm doing what I'm doing? So the moment you ask some fundamental questions, madam, you see that your agency to explore opportunities in the same place, or your agency to explore some other place for that opportunity where you are at. But we need to ask, who is deciding to do this work today? Is it me or someone? If you are not exercising that agency, madam, it's always, it is like someone is not giving me this place.
Thank
Take
you.
it as a proposal and think about it.
Thank you. And one more thing about justice, it is, I feel very bad to say that the current times we are living in, we are seeing a lot of injustice, but we feel helpless also that we can't do anything. So how do we deal with that feeling?
Madam, first we need to understand what just action means. Definitely, if you are not competent enough to do the justice, we end up doing injustice only in the larger community and that. So one is a concern, madam. You have concern that many things are not happening right.
Yes, I am concerned.
But you also have the influence that where you can do something. In your family is your influence area. Your workplace is your influence area. At least your behavior, you are not participating that unjust actions. At least that you are able to contribute with your actions towards that harmony. Second, how well you are helping the other to live with that just manner, with that understanding of that feelings. There are two things, madam. One is, can I see the larger world and worry about many things? Or can I do what I can do in my circle of influence? So the possibility is to contribute where I am. Slowly, my capacity increases, I can increase that. Look, our team, the CHDHC formed with that understanding only. Yes, there are many problems, many things, but can we do something for the society? In that journey, first, when we are exploring our own happiness, we got this content Jeevana Vidya in our life. We are able to live at least with meaning, with joy, most of the time. Then when as a team, we thought that what does it mean to contributing for all the gifts we received from society, our expression is CHDHC. So look, it's our expression. Whatever the ways in our formal life, wherever is possible, we are doing that. You need to express, you need to decide what way you express, you do that. That's only in your hand. Na? Other than that, do you have anything in your hand?
I understood. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Ramji, go ahead.
So I just wanted to ask, like, I have so many friends who have, say, like, done engineering and they don't get the opportunity to work in engineering. Or, people in, say, like, they have studied dentistry and they struggle to, find a right opportunity to, to do dentistry. They take the course to actually, they feel this is their, skill, or this is their, liking, and I wanted to contribute to the society in this form. More like 90, like even in recent times, I've seen like 90% of the people don't get that opportunity to express their skills or to contribute in the right manner. What happens is they end up in a wrong job and they don't have the skills for it and they don't enjoy it, and it becomes a torture for them, and it becomes a torture for the employer as well. So how would you kind of tell, like, what can I what can I do to help my friends who are in that such situations actually?
So that you need to figure it out, sir. Number one. Second, the proposal from our side is that first, am I living that life? So your friend, is he seeing that you are joyful in your work? You are able to contribute to the larger society. So there are three things. First aspect is you living that life. Second thing, your ability to help the other. You should have that ability. That thing is that to help your friend to recognize what his natural talents, strengths, what matters to him, then work in that space to contribute to the larger society. But that's the second stage. I feel that first we need to ask ourselves, which dimension of the society I am contributing? What kind of necessary skills, knowledge, and expertise I need to develop to contribute well?
No, I actually am a trainer, so I've learned training, like taking training from like this. So I train people in like LGBT community and HIV, people living with HIV and all, with life skills and so on. But I'm happy with that. That's what I wanted to do, and I'm in that path of helping them. I also help by, I have a little land and I actually produce food and help farmers who don't have land and who wants to have a earning, and then we don't take any money from those farmers. We just give that land for the farmers to, to get some, money for their living. But the thing is, it's not like I'm leading a life, but I'm not in an IT field or I'm not in that engineering field. My influence, sphere of influences is quite small. So where I can influence them or help them is quite small. So I don't know any job exchange or I don't know any this thing. So I'm not the right person. So if I'm not in that dimension, I actually ask them to go and talk to someone else who's in that dimension to help them. But the problem is in that, like, to be frank, you either need money or you need someone who can, refer you or vouch for you in the organization to go and help. Although they do like interviews and stuff like that, the reality is you need to either give some money or you need to, give, you have to have someone who knows you or something. So like there are a lot of stumbling blocks. I'm just giving an example. So when that's the case, like, how can people will able to fulfill their potential or able to contribute to their skills or to their talents? So that is where the problem is actually.
That's where the education system, sir, we spending 20 years to realize that what is natural to me and what is the dimension I want to contribute to. And right now what happened, unfortunately, we equated everything, the success in life, to the money, how much I earn and that. But if I'm valuable, definitely I can get money in the society. Right now we are not asking this question now. That's why we are not feeling that satisfaction. Many people also, we do it when we not see that where we are, we're placed into. So in offline, one of our team member or we can take it up this question, Ramji, little how you can help it. But now I'll get back to this.
Thank you, sir.
Swarupa ji, go ahead.
Yes, sir. I take care of a school.
Hmm.
So this Jeevan Vidya session was really good. I could not attend 2 sessions, but still I could connect with it. But it's really good. And I really wonder, we have life skills for students. But definitely what happens is the teachers who teach the subject and as well as the life skill, they do not really connect. The kids do not really connect. Do you have any program for the children of age group 12 to 15, uh, those who leave the schools and go to their higher studies, because these values are more required for them, as per uh, I feel.
For everyone in fact, but you are right, madam. But we ourselves are not doing that work.
Okay.
Definitely, we can we can give that contact who are working in that area.
Yes.
Please reach out to Srinivas or myself after the class, so we can share those details. Who are working, we can connect with you with them.
Okay, so thank
Yes,
you.
there are a few teams are working on that.
Thank you so
So in the
much.
Delhi, the happiness curriculum is extension of this work for children.
Okay.
So what Delhi government is doing.
Right.
And in many engineering colleges, the syllabus is part of that. So
Yes.
there is an attempt to take it to the formal education, but the very important thing is that as an adult, first we need to live that life. We need to understand. Everyone need to understand. It's not like child or that, because you see this very important this Siksha Sanskar process. They are seeing you, they are imitating you. You are teacher, adult. They're around. They are seeing what you talk, the way you talk to other person, the way you live in your relationships, the way you wear the dress, the way you priorities in life. Everything the child is looking at you, the environment. If that environment is not there, whatever you teach, it is a theoretical, it is ideal. It is not talking to me. ये सभी theory बोलने के लिए अच्छा होता है, but करने के लिए नहीं है. It's all good to in theory, not to in practice.
Yes.
So the adult who are living, there is much better than any course or any degree in front of that, because it's a possibility. I'm seeing it. I'm inspired by that. So that journey to that Swanushasan, to Anushasan to Swanushasan, that discipline to self-discipline is very important. For that, the effort of CHDHC is to take the society is that the parents and teachers, very important.
Yes, sir.
Then you are the best person. You have experience. You know your context, your child. So you can take it much better way. So there are a few curriculums which is being developed. We will share the address. Okay.
Okay,
so connecting to the Ramji question, Ramji, what you raised in the starting. If you are in the self-discipline, if you understand, for example, marriage example, you said, why marriage is important, what I mean by marriage, why it is important in my life. If you know it, then what others saying, if it is helping you, take it. Or if it's not taking it, you don't take it. If you are in the self-discipline, Swatantrata stage, you yourself don't know why it is important, why not, but you are not liking what other person is saying. It means you are in this stage, that Anushasan, someone is telling to you, it's not liking what other person is telling. You need to ask, what is the purpose, why other person is telling? So why this is important in your life? If you think it is not important, then you are respecting the relationship. Then you make the choice accordingly in that guidance. But you need to ask, where are you? If you are in the stage of discipline, in the Anushasan stage, you need the instruction. You need someone to guide. Because I myself is not clear what to know. If you think yourself, you are clear about it, you know what is right, why it is right, then perfectly fine. You take the call. But very important in both the stages is this relationship, the feeling of relationship. So that's the connection.
No, I understand you said, but the thing is, no, I've decided for me, marriage is not, I find it's like kind of like too much responsibility, and I don't want to have that responsibility, and I'm happy being single. The thing is, I've already explained I've already told them what is my stand on that, and they still, it's been more than 14-15 years, they still being like kind of, earlier it was like once in every 2 months they used to say. Now as I age, now they are saying like once in every week. That the frequency of it is going, although they know that I've told them. The thing what I've experienced from them is, since I'm an elder, you have to follow my instruction. So that is where the problem. Although I respect them, I'm not like, they are not like, although I get irritated when they start telling the topic, just like Sai sir was telling about getting a call from the insurance people, and so it's just
yes,
that.
yes. So we
it's
have
the
our
same.
own triggers.
Yeah,
So the proposal from Jivanidya is that, sir, there is an issue, the incident, and sambandh. What is your feeling towards the other? First check that. Whatever Hariji last 2 days discussed, what is the feeling you are feeling towards the other relation in that relationship? Is that relationship matters to you or not? First ask this question. It matters to me, but what they are telling is not, I'm not liking it. So then what is the feeling? When your feeling is okay, then there is a matter of seeing the worldview. What the way they are looking at things, you are not looking at things in that way. Perfectly fine. But at least this inner disturbance may not be there. If inner disturbance is there, then the proposal is you have to ask, what is your feeling towards the other person in the relationship? Check that level. Devika ji.
Yes, so related to what Ramji just said, so I have been working on identifying my emotional triggers for a long time. It's been around, say, 10 years or so that I have been working on finding what is the emotional trigger. And it is remarkable that after I get to know what is the emotional trigger, it makes me more patient and calm when the other person tries to provoke that emotion. I'm like, it's okay. I'm not bothered about what you are saying. It's fine. You will say for some time. And after that, so regarding marriage also, like many people have told me, and being a woman and being a single woman is more difficult. And so there are a lot of relatives, but now it is fine. I don't even reply to them. It is like and now they are very happy that I have chosen my path and I have become an author and a writer, and I am doing so well in my creative field. So now they appreciate the fact. So I think we should give time and not get irritated.
Small addition for everyone. It's just good. Thanks, Devika ji, you raised this point. Let us ask yourself, other is saying something to you. Who is giving meaning to those words? Devika ji?
Myself only. I am listening. I am what do you say, internalizing it. So it is my problem.
So it's me who is choose to give some other meaning to that word.
That is what. That is what.
If we see this reality, then you can take more responsibility. Then it's me who is reacting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
yes. Others' words are triggers only. If you see reality, then you can work on it very easily. For everyone. For Ramji, for someone else also before told that example. What other is saying to you is a trigger. But you have a choice, agency to respond or react. In all the 4 days with Jivanidya, the central issue is that the moment you have the clarity, that feeling in you, you see that I am making the choice. The moment that clarity is lacking, we are becoming like paratantra. The other is controlling us. Our remote control is in others thing. Now you decide your remote control should be with you or with other. Shantaji, go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, madam.
Just now, everyone has shared their views regarding this one, sir. I also want to ask something regarding the professional only. After I joined in present premises as a professional, I am a lecturer. Due to my skills, they are giving the responsibility to me in a different committees. So I handled from the 5 years. But it happened me like that. They are keep on making me to work according to their power. They are in the power. So HOD like that, seniors. They are giving me the work I am accepting, I am doing. Because I am skillful, they are giving me, okay, I understand that. But it became me intolerable for me. When coming to the award point of view or anything, they only take the credit. It makes me really feeling like that I am working like a slave under that one. But I am unable to tolerate this one. So I against them. Due to this reason, they are making me some type of, I cannot express, but the feeling they are giving against me, it's really bad on my part. So how can I get out of this situation? I'm understanding. So I'm keeping alone. I'm sitting patiently. I'm handling the work. If they are saying that to the management also, I asked them. I am single, so I can handle this much only. I cannot handle more than that also. But by the power, the sitting power of the chairs, you know that one. So on the base of that one, they are making me like this. So I am not able to speak out rashly with them. I am humble in my nature. So I am patiently answering to that one, even though they are making me like that. You are sitting idle means you are unable to handle the situations. They are making fun of me like that. So each and every time I am making this one on. Since 5 years, I am facing this one. So this question I asked the previous sessions also. So how to get out of this one? And I'm really unable to get out of this situation presently. So this happens in each and everywhere, not only here, inside and outside also. Not saying that it is
many people are resonating with your question also. So it happens in many places and that. Shanta madam, the question is first, let us ask a few fundamental questions.
Okay, sir.
Why you are not leaving that place? You have an option to leave that place now. You can quit that place.
I'm having an option to leave that place, but due to my financial crisis, I am unable to leave that space.
Okay.
I need financial support.
Now, whose choice is that to work in that place?
It's our choice only. Just now I said, na?
So
it's my choice only.
You deciding to work in that place. Let us recognize this.
Okay.
This is the first solution. No? The first step is recognizing it's my choice to be in this place. Okay. Second thing is that now, given this choice, now how I can navigate these challenges.
Okay.
So number two, madam, the thing is that look, why others, many times this communication is the major issue. When you and between your boss, when someone is giving the work, what is our assumption? The boss assumption, you can do the work. Now, have you communicated this? Look, there are 5 tasks. How many tasks I can do in a day or in a week? If 3 tasks only I can complete, are you courage? Are you taking that with courage, explaining your boss, look, only 3 tasks I'm capable of, but I will do this 3 tasks well. After that, I will do these 3 tasks. Now you tell which 3 tasks I should do out of 5 you are giving. Most of the time, madam, we think what others think about me. Hence, we accept this pressure from the up. Mostly that's not the case. The moment you take the ownership for your harmony, for your work life, you start communicating it with the feeling of relationship, with the feeling of responsibility, then definitely the others will respond, madam. At least you feel relieved. That's the choice, like how you make the choice that
I expressed in absent of my, they will take the name of mine and they will give that authority to everyone from the department side to the management and each
so
other
let's take it
department.
offline. Let's take it offline. It's
I cannot say it. I cannot do after assigning my name. I am unable to say them from my part onwards. I am not able to do that task. They are insisting me to do that one. In the absence of my, if I am absent on that day, they are assigning that work.
So Shantaji, like
they are saying that this work is you have to complete it. That's all.
So we also need to understand that entirety of what you are saying. We respect your question. Let's take it offline. Please reach out to us. Let us take it one-to-one. Then let's see what we can be help of, how Jeevan Vidya can help of you. The proposal here, now I'm getting back to what we discussed today. I request everyone to contemplate tonight and tomorrow. Ask this question: in my family as a whole, am I seeing this goal as a family? This is our goal at the level of individual and at the level of family. At the level of society, am I seeing these 5 orders, 5 dimensions in the society, and ask myself, how is my job? Which dimension I'm contributing? And my lifestyle and whatever that. How, with this clarity I'm living, or what is that my participation in the society? Ask this question sincerely. Let's see what it comes to you, what it tells to you thing. So the Siksha Sanskar, especially, what is your contribution in this to your own children? Is it responsibility of school and college, or your change? Like Hariji always tells in our own internal meetings, the best thing we can do to our family and our children is we transforming our life. We living that life with more happiness, with more clarity. Then naturally, you are the light for your child. When we are at Swatantrata, we don't react while we are providing the guidance. Yesterday, Hariji discussed the guidance part. When we are not in that state, then we react while helping the other. You might see this frustration. How much we want to help, that much the distance is increasing in the relationship. So ask yourself, what is that I am doing to me living in that Swatantrata, the self-disciplined state? What is that I am doing to my family to live at that stage? And if you are a teacher, and what is your participation to larger education sanskar dimension? Health and Sanyam level, please reflect. Am I really taking responsibility for my health and my family health? Feeling of responsibility, or just randomly whatever, like eating, whatever is we think is a nice, we are bringing and eating, our lifestyle is irregular, whatever that. Ask yourself, do I understand the health, these 8 parts in my life, in my family life, or the responsibility for my health, my family's health, what I am doing? The production and work, very important here. Work is not like mental work. They're saying that working with nature. What is that I am doing? And production, am I producing anything? At least, am I able to protect what others produced? The right utilization part. What is my participation in this dimension? And relationships, the Nyay and Suraksha, how I am behaving with other human being in my family and others in society. Suraksha, how I'm interacting with nature. So tomorrow we'll go deep. The exchange and storage part. So in these 5 dimensions, if we are not understood these 5 dimensions, this is where we will be. When we don't have right understanding, we think money is everything. So we fully obsessed with the consumption, profit, or sensual pleasure. So in Hindi, we say Bhogonmad, Labonmad, Kamonmad. So these are words, but we end up messing up things at every place, at home, outside. But the moment you ask, what is my responsibility in these 5 dimensions? At least there is a possibility to contribute. So these are a few reflection questions. We'll share the PPT in the group. Please ask, reflect all these questions as a family, and what is your contribution to the larger society or your organization. Your organization is part of the society. So the moment you see this now, what happened in our life is that it's really enjoyable to contribute, work. So that's all from the content point of view. So it's 8:02. Formally, I'm closing the session. If anyone has to leave, please leave. I can take 1 or 2 any immediate questions or any clarifications required.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. So any questions? Jayashriji, harmony, you see that's the state you want to be. Samaraj, that's the state you want to live at the individual level, in the family level. So you are able to feel that disharmony. When you're not in harmony, you're able to feel that disharmony. Na?
Yes, sir.
So when your body is not in harmony, it's the what we said, disease, disorder in the body.
Yes, sir.
So when family is in not harmony, that's what we say that is a problem.
Yes, sir.
So that harmony at every level, self, family, body, and society, and nature.
Yes, sir. Harmony means working properly.
In a commonsensical way, that's things are going well.
Yes. Going well, yes, sir.
It's things are in order. Things are like mutually enriching, fulfilling.
Yes, sir. Sir, glory. అంటే ఇప్పుడు కొంతమంది అంటారు కదా సార్, ఇప్పుడు కొంతమంది మనం లెక్చరర్స్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్తే వాట్ ఏ గ్లోరీ దే హ్యావ్, ఎంత వాళ్ళ గ్రేస్ అంటారు, గ్రేస్ ఎంత గ్రేస్ ఉంది వాళ్ళ దగ్గర, అంటే ఏంటి సార్? అంటే గ్రేస్ అంటే
here there's the difference. It's saying that the glory means the word, try to answer meaning. Then is Shraddha Bhav. Okay, sorry, reverence is Shraddha, glory means Gaurav. So what does it mean is that someone who is worked for excellence, we glorify, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Appreciate them, we try to follow them, we take them as role model.
Yes, they are the role models.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if they are working for your excellence,
yes, sir,
that's the gratitude we express.
Yes, sir.
For example, Sir C.V. Raman.
Yes, sir.
Someone try to excel in that. The attempt, they're trying to attempt the excel. The reverence is someone already excelled in their life. They lived the life of excellence. Then they helped us as a humanity. You can live like this.
Inspiration.
The feeling towards them we call reverence, Shraddha Bhav.
Yes, sir.
So the gods, we have that reverence feeling, Pujita.
Yes, sir.
Because they lived that way that inspires us. You can live as a human like that.
Yes, sir. Grace ante ఇప్పుడు ఎవరైనా చూస్తే
that's the different context they used it.
సార్ ఒకటి ఇష్యూ మామూలుగా ఇప్పుడు ఒకటి అనుకుంటాం సార్ మనం, అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఒక ప్రాసెస్ అనుకుంటాం, అంటే ఇప్పుడు నేను అటెండ్ అవ్వాలి, మీటింగ్ అటెండ్ అవ్వాలి, 6:30 to 8 మీటింగ్ అటెండ్ అవ్వాలి అనుకుంటాం. ఇప్పుడు సమ్మన్ విల్ కమ్, అంటే వాళ్ళకి తెలుసు తెలియదు, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మదర్ అవ్వచ్చు, సమ్మన్ ఇంకెవరైనా అవ్వచ్చు, వచ్చి డిస్టర్బ్